Hello, comrades. Today we are looking at a new piece of redstone engineering. This beauty, the cycling storage system. As you can see, this thing's absolutely tiny. It fits into this really quite small space. Now this thing is not particularly practical, that's because you can only view 2 chests at a time. It splits into 2 separate chests actually every time you move it, so if I were to break that and do that, so as you can see that's now double chests. Press the button and yeah, the double chests come back to an ordinary chest, but that's not a big problem, and this thing is bound to impress everyone on your server. So how do you build this thing then? This is just a basic shell. It's just supposed to represent your base. Behind here we have effectively 2 parts of the circuit. Firstly, we have a monostable circuit, which is what I'm building now. It's very simple, just a piston, some redstone dust, and a repeater. The piston should have sand on top, so when this redstone dust is activated, sand goes up, and the repeater is very briefly activated and then deactivated. All very simple stuff. Next, we need to actually get into the piston feed tape. But first we need to run the redstone dust out of the monostable and into some pistons. So this is the basic setup. You need to have some pistons, just 1 block between them and the window from which you see the chests, and redstone dust running around from there behind them. And this will push the chests up in front of the top pistons, which are going to be up there and are a bit more difficult to power. For these we will use glass blocks going up like so, and a repeater set to 2 ticks to ensure that there is no piston fighting. Now we need to do the back pistons. These are also pretty simple. Just needs to get another repeater, set it 2 ticks again to make sure there's no fighting. Stick some redstone dust. Run the repeater into this block with redstone dust on top. Get 2 blocks behind where the pistons are going to be, and there we are. So those pistons are going to push chests across towards those pistons. Still with me? Okay. For the final bit of piston setup, we just need to run these blocks around here, similar to like we did there and there, and get some pistons pushing down, if I can do it. There we are. Like so. These ones don't need any delay, and you can just run redstone in like this. Just run it before you put your chests in to make sure that nothing goes wrong. All looks right. So now we can fill in our chests, and the entire thing is complete. Like I said, this is all pretty simple. Okay, so now we've got all these chests filled in, you can give it a quick test run. And something's gone wrong. Ah yes, of course, it's because we don't have any redstone dust there. So we just need to knock out whichever chests are in the wrong place, just these 2, and put them back where they were supposed to be. Okay, and again. looks right. Yeah, it's all in order. Now, if you were to build this on a survival world, of course you have to think about how much resources this takes up. But this is all very cheap. So, you might be wondering, how much does this cost to build if you're thinking of building it on a survival server? Well, not that much actually. I have in my hotbar the exact number of items needed to build the actual redstone circuit, and as you can see, it's all very affordable. Probably the most expensive bit will be the pistons, because that's 9 iron, but you probably have 9 iron spare. So that's it for today.